It's Groundhog Day! Get up there! And welcome to Hockey Night on Twitch on this Groundhog's Day. As tonight, we got the Edmonton Oilers heading to our nation's capital to take on the Washington Capitals. For the Oilers, they're making their debut on TSR. They are the fourth team north of the border to make an appearance on Twitch/TSR, joining the Toronto Maple Leafs, who actually were on my first hockey telecast 2 years ago against the Penguins. The Toronto Blue Jays, who has made an appearance on the MLB on Twitch in 2020 against the Rays. The Montreal Canadiens, who 1-3 all-time on TSR. So Edmonton Oilers become the fourth team north of the border to appear on Twitch. Meanwhile, the Capitals, well, not necessarily a stranger. 4-2 on Twitch. They've won their last four appearances, included opening night, which they defeated the New York Rangers 5-1. Oh, a follower. Okay, cool. Right now, Capitals sitting at 25-12-9. Sitting in the wild card in the Eastern Conference, fourth in the Metropolitan. While the Oilers hanging in there at sixth in the Pacific. As we come up on the All-Star break, which is upcoming this weekend. We're now TBD if I'm going to cover that. Not sure if I will. Not sure if it's really worth it. So this was going to be one of 3 NHL games going on right now. The others, Seattle and the New York Islanders. That's at 7. That'll be dropping around the same time. And then 7:30, the LA Kings take on the Detroit Red Wings, who were on Hockey Night and Twitch last week. What a game that was between them and the Red Wings. Anyway, well, we got a little bit. It's probably not going to go right in the face-off because TNT probably takes about 15-20 minutes to have a pregame show. So I've learned that just because it says 7 o'clock does not mean it's going to start at 7 o'clock. I'm starting to pick up. So, players to watch tonight for the Oilers. Leon Draisaitl, 7 points in the last 5 games, including 5 goals. Darnell Nurse with 3 assists and a +4. And on the other side, Nick Backstrom, 6 points in the last 5 games. Alex Ovechkin, 2 goals, not playing tonight because he's on COVID-19 protocol. Evgeny Kuznetsov, 4 assists. Backstrom with +3, I should say. Goalie comparison. Likely starting for the Edmonton Oilers, Mikko Koskinen. Koskinen. I think we got it right there. Mikko Koskinen, 15-8-2, GAA of 3.16, save percentage of 90 even. Back up, Stuart Skinner! I wish he was the starter tonight, but probably not. 5-6 this season, GA of 2.85 and a 90.8 save percentage. On the other side, Vitek Vanacek, 10-6-5, GA of 2.39, save percentage 91.5, 2 shutouts to his name. The guy likely to start tonight, Ilya Samsonov, 14-5-3, GA of 2.76, save percentage 90.6. 3 shots a name, and the Capitals are wearing the blue alternates, which I hate. Sorry. Just when I thought that they couldn't do any worse than the 2015 Winter Classic, they topped it off with that. The blue jerseys with the white W and the 3 stars, which I get represent the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. I hate it. Trash it. Trash that. If you really want to use an alternate, bring back the original red. The Capitals of the 80s and early 90s. Bring those back. Those were killer. This alternate you have now, Trash. It belongs in the trash. Anyway, Oilers 4-4-2 last 10 games. They lost in overtime last time out. While the Capitals 5-5, they've won the last 2 games. Yep. Tails of the tape. Oilers on the power play, third best in the NHL, 27.8%. Where are the Capitals in the bottom half, 15.7%, 28th in the NHL. The Caps the penalty kill, 79.7%, 17th in the leagues, around the middle of the pack. Oilers 23rd, 76.9% penalty kills. Yeah, that matched it. Oilers 7th in the NHL in the face-off circle, 52.2%, compared to the Caps 46.1%, dead last. Ouch. Goals per game, Oilers 10th, 3.27, Caps right behind them, 3.20. Goals allowed per game, Caps 8th, 2.67. Oilers 23rd, 3.29. This is the first of 2 meetings this year. Next meeting will be March 9th. Strangely enough, on TNT, so who knows? I might be covering the second matchup. Evander Kane this year playing for the Oilers. 1 goal, 6 shots, 8 hits in 2 games played. And yes, in case you're noticing, I am wearing my 49ers gear to show that I'm not a fair weather fan. So you're not seeing me run out to Fanatics getting Bengals or Rams gears, like jumping ship on the Niners saying, oh, you're dead to me. You're dead to me for choking away the other. No. Honestly, I was surprised they even got that far, considering that first half of the year they played like garbage. They got hot at the right time, but then the season finale, they played like garbage in the first half. In fact, nearly punted away their season, in which case I would have blasted Kyle Shanahan worse than I blasted Matt LaFleur after the NFC Championship game last year. And they came through, won it in overtime. They beat Dallas. Well, really, Dallas lost it on their own because Dak Prescott had no game. This was his football IQ, pretty much. Scrambling with the game on the line, you don't have timeouts. What were you thinking? And then the 49ers probably played their worst game against the Packers and still came up with a W somehow. Yes, and Aaron Rodgers was playing. So it wasn't like, Jordan Love was playing or whoever the third stringer is, whoever they got now. It was Aaron Rodgers. You would think with him behind center for the Packers, if the opposing team is playing like garbage, you think they just blow them out of the water. But nope. Somehow the Niners were able to escape with a victory. And then, just 15 minutes away from their second NFC Championship in 3 years, and they just took their foot off the gas. But nope. I'm still rocking my 49ers gear. Ready to accept the fact that it could be the Trey area home of the San Francisco 49ers next year, because after that final pass Jimmy G threw, he probably played his last game with the Niners. But they're not calling football tonight. We're calling hockey tonight. Why is the game not on ESPN? Yeah. NASCAR Nonstop 88 asking why the game isn't on ESPN Plus because it's on TNT tonight. So, let's see if they got a stream going on. So I think TNT does have a streaming service, but I don't remember what. It seems like it's only available on. It is. I think it says. I'm reading here. It's available on Hulu though. Hulu Live TV. So anyway. They're really doing the Young and Restless style opening for the Edmonton Oilers. Oh, just when you think you've seen everything, they do this. Oh. My goodness. Gretzky making appearance on a soap opera years ago. Now why they're showing this footage like when 19 Young and the Restless in 1981. Oh my goodness. Back in 1981. Wow. November 12th, 1981. An episode of The Young and Restless. Gretzky made an appearance as a mafia goon. Interesting. I never knew that about Gretzky. No. I kind of feel like now I have to share this.
Download the Domino's app today and become a Piece of the Pie Rewards member to earn points toward free pizza.
Back on face off. So Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl combined for 2 goals tonight. Who knows? Draisaitl. About ready to, looks like they're just about ready to rock and roll in DC tonight. I haven't seen Eddie Olszak in a while. What happened to him? TNT get tired of them or something? Let's see, I got them. Well, that's going to have to wait a sec. Looks like we're ready to rock and roll. McDavid and Dowd in the face-off circle. Glad you could join me here tonight on TSR for Hockey Night on Twitch. Between the Oilers and Capitals, the Oilers win the face-off. And Darnell Nurse throws it into the Cap zone. Fight for it in the left corner. As Kane shoveled it along. Cap's trying to get it out. That's Jensen fighting for it. And Cap's with it behind the net. Looking to move it up ice. And not able to, as McDavid able to keep it in. Oilers had to retreat back to their own zone. Evan Bouchard with it. Passes it up. Passes aside. McDavid trying to go down there. Cap's coming away with it. They throw it into the Oilers zone. For an icing call. Maybe I'll find out during commercial break what happened to fight for it along in the left corner of the Cap zone. Cap's coming away with it now. As this is Olaf. Throws it into the left corner for the Oilers to play. Going to move it up ice. And this is Puljujarvi throwing it in there for the Oilers. They fight for it along the right side. Cap's coming away with it now. As this was Snively throwing it into the corner. They're going to fight for it. Oilers coming away with it now. It's McLeod. Passes. Driving. Pass over. Center and pass out. Score! Draisaitl! And the Oilers draw first blood tonight in D.C. I bit my tongue on that call. Was it about scoring plays? I ended up biting my tongue. I don't think it was that great. McLeod passing it up to Draisaitl. Pass over to Ceci to Draisaitl, and I don't even know if he really shot. He just deflected it in. Let's see. Yeah, it was just more like a... Yeah, he just knocked it in there. 90 seconds in. And the Oilers throw it into the Cap zone. As this is Hyman trying to play for the Oilers. He can't. Capitals taking it up. And this is Backstrom behind the net. Shuffling it back to Van Riemsdyk. Throwing it along the boards. Now along the boards, now played by Sprong. Throwing it back. Oilers undefeated when they scored the first goal of the game. Stoppage of play, so a chance to Draisaitl. And look at Mikko Koskinen starting for the Oilers and Ilya Samsonov starting for the Capitals. Face off at neutral ice. And won by the Capitals. Jensen will throw it down there. And try to set up in front. Koskinen keeps it out. Oilers coming back the other way. It was Bouchard trying to drive in there. Lost it. Capitals try to get it out there. Unable to. Oilers keep it in. McDavid throws it on net. And Samsonov will cover it up. Draisaitl from CC and McLeod. Fight for it in the left corner now. Caps trying to come away with it. And they're able to. As Koskinen will put the hand up for icing. Vanasek out tonight with the upper body injury. Phoenix Copley, the backup goalie tonight. Face off to the right of Samsonov. It's going to be McDavid and Eller. McDavid wins it for the Oilers. Drop back, long range shot. Score! From downtown, the Oilers make it 2-0. It's Kane. And the Oilers only needed 181 seconds to take control of the game. Great face-off win by McDavid. CC with the drop back. This one goes into the cap zone. Samsonov throws it along the boards. They fight for it along the left side. Hagelin and CC were fighting for it. Now it's thrown into the Oilers zone for an icing. Another look at Vander Kane. It looked like a deflection. And beat Samsonov 5-hole. And face-off taken by the Capitals. This is Hervery trying to take it up for the Caps. Passes along. And shot no go. Duncan Keith and Cody Ceci, the ones who got the assist on the goal. On the left corner now. And taken by Fahaveri. Oilers taking it out, trying to move it up. Here we go. Driving. McDavid. McDavid, no go. Caps trying to move it out. It's Hagelin with it. And Hagelin will throw it into the left corner. Caps try to play it. Wilson lost control of it. And Wilson takes down Pujarjevi. And, they're going to get Wilson for it. And, yeah, of course, he's going to contest it, but yeah. You could argue that it was accidental, but I don't think it's going to matter. Look at Peter Laviolette, the Caps coach. Oilers on the face-off. Last 20 games, 24th in the league on the power play. And in the left corner, Oilers will play it. As this is Tyson Barrie. Drops it back to McDavid. McDavid has to pull off to the side. Drops it back. Passes it over to Draisaitl. Drops it back. As this is Barrie to Draisaitl. Back to Barrie. Passes it over to McDavid. Back to Barrie. Barrie's long range shot. Wide. And trying to center back to Draisaitl. Passes it over. McDavid. Can't tuck it in. He tucked it in. Carter Mack on the power play. The Oilers are taking control of this game early on. Oh, my goodness. How did he sneak that one in? Let's see. Oh, how did he? Oh, get out of here! Found the little opening. And this game is spiraling out of control for the Capitals. And it looks like Ilya Samsonov already heading to the bench. And fans are barely getting into their seats. They fight for it in the left corner. Capitals taking it out. In the left corner, this is Wilson. Or right corner, excuse me. Wilson drops it back. Long range shot by Kuznetsov wide. Or was gloved by Koskinen. Face off to the right of Koskinen. And face off for grabs. Oilers coming away with it now. This is McLeod. Passes it up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl driving in. Looking. This is in the left corner. Back. Shot's blocked. Oilers take it at center ice. Looking to move it up. They will. Run into the right corner. Played by the Capitals. On the boards, looking to move it up ice. And they will. Driving. Puck goes wide. Sprung lost it. Sprung trying to get it back. Oilers able to get it. Sprung chasing after the loose puck. Taken by the Capitals. As Backstrom passing over to Sprung. Gave it away. McDavid will crowd for the Oilers. Drops it back. Ceci with it now. Passes. Or pass along. This is Derek Ryan. Passed it. As shot. Copley able to keep it out. Five minutes was all the Oilers needed to build a 3-0 lead here on your home for the NHL. Back in Washington, Edmonton building up a 3-0 lead. Look at Vander Kane's last year. Filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy last year on January 11th. Accused of betting on his own games in July 2020. Oh, man, there was so much. But he does have a goal here tonight. The Oilers win the face-off. Range shot blocked. Goes with it along the right side, passing across ice. They try to set up in front. Cap's able to get it out. They come 3-on-2. As Kasayan is able to jockey the Caps off the puck, but here come the Caps. Now here come the Oilers. And a giveaway at center ice. Hagelin trying to wrestle it free. Caps with it. They retreat into their own zone. Looking, dropping it back. Looking to move it up ice. They will. Turning into the left corner now. Long range shot. Rebound score! I couldn't see if it went in or not, and it did. Eller gets the Caps on the board. All it takes is one. As it was Schultz who intercepted it, and then Eller, able to tuck it in, 8-ball corner pocket. What a first period we have here in D.C. Almost rivaling last week, Chicago-Detroit. Schultz will get the assist. 12 minutes to go here in the opening period. Oilers holding a 3-1 advantage. As Protas will play it in the right corner. Lost it. Shore trying to play it for the Oilers, but the Caps will take it out. Long range shot wide behind the net. And a stoppage of play. The Oilers used 5 minutes and 7 seconds to build a 3-0 lead. Caps were able to get one just a few moments ago. As Koskinen will play it for Keith. Passes along to CC. Throws it up ice. Into the right corner. As Jensen will play it for the Capitals. Out the center ice. Wilson was added to the All-Star roster today, his first career selection. Congratulations to him. Ryan McLeod played it for the Oilers. Taken up by Cece. Passes it up ice. Losing control of it. Offside, though. It's Draisaitl. So Ovechkin will not play tonight and will miss the All-Star game after entering COVID protocol. Tom Wilson will be his replacement. 13 goals, 18 assists this season. Tied for second in goals on the Capitals. Into the right corner, Oilers try to play it. Caps trying to get out on it, and they will. Sheary behind the net. Tried to center it. It was intercepted. This is Hyman with it. Hyman driving passes to Nugent Hopkins. Trying to tuck it in, but Copley keeps it out. Another look at that save by Copley. Good job sealing off the glove side. As Ryan tried to win the faceoff for the Oilers, unsuccessful. Behind the net, looking for some help. Oilers able to keep it in. Barry, shot blocked. Caps trying to get it out. They will. Now the Oilers taking it right back. Hyman weaving his way in, but lost control of the puck. As Protas will throw it up ice. Oilers will retrieve it at center. Taken down by Connor Mack, and shot no go. Looked like Copley kept it out. Fight for it in the left corner. Fighting for it. And Oilers trying to come away with it. They lost control of it. Bouchard trying to go back into the corner. Hagelin fighting for it. Taken away by Leeson. And they're still fighting for it along the right side. Caps trying to keep it in. Oilers able to get it out. Van Riemsdyk passes cross ice. On the left side. Fighting for it. And the Oilers able to get it out. We come up on 9 minutes to play in the opening period. Van Riemsdyk will play it behind the net for the Caps. Passes. And this is Snively. Throws it along the boards. Wilson dropped it back. Now the Oilers coming the other way. 3-on-2. Drop back. They give it away right back to the Caps. Wilson coming along the left side. Drops it back to Van Riemsdyk. Fighting for it along the left side. Fighting for it. Taken away by the Oilers. Ceci will take it up for the Oilers. Passes. This is Kasayan. Long range shot wide. Ceci tonight, 2 assists. Pass over. As Barry shot, gloves by Copley. .807 to go in the opening period. It's Oilers 3, Caps 1 here on your home for the NHL. Score updates from around the league. No score in Long Island between the Kraken and Islanders. And they're just getting underway in Motown between the Kings and Red Wings. Back in Washington, the Oilers holding a 3-1 advantage. As they only needed 5 minutes and 7 seconds to build a 3-0 lead. The Caps were able to tally one at 7:36, but still with some work to do. As Capitals bringing along the left and the right side. Oilers taking it in their own zone. Bouchard passes it up ice. Driving in. As Sean Copley will cover it up. As that was McLeod. It only took 5 minutes and 7 seconds before they chased out Cap starter Ilya Samsonov after allowing 3 goals. It'll be Dowd and Draisaitl for the faceoff. And taken by the Capitals, they throw it up ice. And taking up, that's Darnell Nurse behind the net, throws it along the boards. Into the Caps zone, played by Jensen. Looking to move it up ice. He throws it up there. Intercepted by Bouchard. Set up in front. Draisaitl couldn't get a hold of it. And all have to throw it along boards. Long range shot, no go. Draisaitl able to keep it in for the Oilers, but he gives it away. Hagelin with it. Drops it back. Now thrown into the left corner. That's Dowd. Dowd drops it back. Long range shot. Hit the stick of Koskinen. Centering pass. No go. Oilers taking it up. This is Derek Ryan. Ryan tried to center it. Caps getting away. They move it up. Caps taking it. Center driving in. That's Fahari. He couldn't get a shot off. Snively. Centering pass. No go. Here come the Oilers the other way. Hyman. Backhanded pass. Tried for like Nugent Hopkins. Air pass gets away. Cece will have it at center ice. He'll throw it into the Cap zone. Copley will play it for Fahari. Move it up ice. Turn into the Oilers zone. They're going to fight for it along the right side. And given away was Hathaway. And here comes Evander Kane pass. Trying to set it up for Yamamoto. A long range shot. No go. Rebound. No go. And the Caps are going to take it up ice. 3-on-2. Fight for it into the left corner. That was Caps taken away now. Orlov with it. Long range shot. No go. Goes wide. Barry will take it up for the Oilers. But he gives it away. Eller with it now for the Capitals. Try to drop it back. And Orlov will have it. Orlov weaving in. Shot, and Koskinen will keep it out. Today is Kenny Albert's birthday. Happy birthday to Kenny Albert from your home for the NHL. Back in Washington, Oilers still holding a 3-1 advantage. After they got goals early on from Draisaitl, Kane, and McDavid. Caps win the faceoff. but lose control of it. Here come the Oilers. Oilers lose it at center ice, taken behind the net by Bouchard. Caps taking it away. Van Riemsdyk sending it up in front. Backstrom can't tuck it in. And Backstrom lose control of it behind the net. Caps trying to get control of it. The Oilers are going to come away with it. And thrown up ice. As Draisaitl will play behind the net. That's for Pujarjevic. And shot goes wide. Here come the Capitals the other way. As it is thrown into the left corner. Likely for a line change. Taken up by Duncan Keith. And I'll pass it over to Cece. Throws it up ice. On the boards, Caps trying to play it along the right side. They give it away. Here comes Fogle. Shot or thrown along the boards. Fight for it along the left side. And the Capitals taken away. 2-on-1. Drive it in. Snively. Shot. No go. Drops it back. That's unable to be corralled. They're going to fight for it along the left side. Drops back into the cap zone that we played. Thrown up ice by Kuznetsov. Now the Oilers come away with it as Ryan played it for Lagesson. Now taken up by Nugent Hopkins. And played it back for Hyman. Lost control of it. Along the right side, Caps trying to throw it up ice. They will. And this is going to be an icing. With 3:11 to go in the opening period. Missed opportunity for the Capitals by Snively. And then Wilson from long range as Koskinen got a piece of it with the blocker. Derek Ryan trying to set up for Zach Hyman, but Caps were able to defend it. Caps throw it up ice. They'll fight for it behind the net. Taken by Eller. Eller drops it back. Cross ice pass to Orlov. To Eller. Long range shot blocked. They're going to fight for it behind the net. And it'll be taken by the Capitals. Dowd. Dowd lost it. Here come the Oilers. Now they're going to fight for it in front of the Caps bench. Fighting for it. Fighting for it. McDavid comes away with it for the Oilers. Lost control of it. As Yamamoto will play it for McDavid. Drop back to Cece. Passes. Long range shot. Copley able to keep it out. But all types of traffic in front of the net. Cece tried to play it for the Oilers, but it's given away. Hagelin driving. Drops it back. Dow could not get control of it. And the Oilers are going to take it back the other way. This is McDavid. Lost control of it. Schultz will play it behind the net for the Caps. Moving it up ice. Van Riemsdyk will throw it into the left corner. Backstrom with it. Thrown along the boards. Hagelin drops it back to Van Riemsdyk. Back to Hagelin. Make that sprung. To Backstrom. Backstrom tried to play it, but he misplayed it. And here comes Ryan up ice, but he gives it away. 90 seconds to go in the opening period. Van Riemsdyk. Cross ice pass now up. As that one went wide of the net. Backstrom behind the net. And the Caps are fighting for it along the left side, now along the right side. Sprung tries to shoot it. It was blocked. Ryan throws it up ice. Caps play it. Sprung with it with a minute to go in the period. Puck goes into the right corner. Caps keep it in. Lost control of it. This is The Hevery passes along. Kuznetsov shot wide. That'll go out of play with 40.6 to go. Look at Kuznetsov's shot. Looked like it hit Koskinen first, then the crossbar. It's off to the right of Koskinen. A false start. Looks like it's Kuznetsov. And Draisaitl. Face off one by the Caps. Whiffed on the shot was Wilson. Was it the Hervery? Oilers coming away with it now. As Draisaitl will throw it into the right corner. 20 seconds to go in the period. Long range shot wide. Played by Bouchard. And 10 seconds to go. Caps with one last rush attempt. It's not going to go. Draisaitl going to try to push, but he's not going to be able to get to the puck in time. 2-1, and that's going to conclude the first period. "20 minutes played in our nation's capital. Your score, Oilers 3, Capitals 1 here on your home for the NHL. Played 20 minutes in Washington. The Oilers up 3-1 as they peppered Ilya Samsonov for 3 goals in the first 5 minutes and change. Goals by Draisaitl, Kane, and McDavid. McDavid's coming on the power play, built up a 3-0 lead early on. Eller with a goal that trimmed it to 3-1. As we look at some of the stats in the period, Edmonton out shooting Washington 12-6. Edmonton cashing in on the lone power play tonight. Edmonton winning 62% of the faceoffs. Caps with 6 block shots, Oilers just 3. Caps 4 takeaways, Oilers 3, but Oilers are giving away 4 times, Caps 3. The Oilers out hitting the Capitals 12-9. Elsewhere in the NHL, after one period, it's no score between the Kraken and Islanders. And midway through the first, no score in Detroit. Between the Kings and the Red Wings elsewhere in the NHL tonight, later on, the Flames and the Coyotes will go at it out in Arizona. And then on TNT, the Wild will take on the Blackhawks, who were on Hockey Night on Twitch last week. While we're at intermission now, you're going to be hearing maybe the greatest 8-bit rendition of any song ever.
Now you can have an expert do your taxes for you. 100%
I hate YouTube sometimes because of these ads. All right, here we go. Come As You Are by Nirvana, 8-bit remix. copy the link to it for you guys. You cannot tell me that's not the best bit of 8-bit music you've ever heard. If I listen to it at double speed, brace yourselves. When it does it will be loud. It might pierce your hearing. So be ready for it. If you gave dial-up acid, this is what it would sound like. Anyway, we'll be ready to drop the puck on the other side of the break here on your home for the NHL. About to start second period in Washington. Oilers holding a 3-1 advantage as they chased Ilya Samsonov out in the first 5 minutes. Phoenix Copley has been able to hold down the fort for the Capitals since. As Dowd and McDavid set to take the face-off. And face-off won by the Capitals. Jensen with it now. Passes across ice. And now up ice. And the Caps will throw it into the Oilers zone. Oilers knock it back out the center. And Jensen will throw it along the boards. And it'll go back into the Cap zone for icing. Oilers offense came out early. Leon Draisaitl with the first goal. Oh. Face off taken by the Oilers, throwing up ice. Caps play it. Throwing along the boards as Bouchard lost control of it. On the right side, Oilers trying to move it up ice. Oilers a perfect 11-0-0 after leading in the first period. They look to keep that trend going. Bouchard played it behind the net, but taken away by the Caps. Drops it back. As Carlson will play it for Wilson. He lost control of it. Oilers trying to move it up ice. This is Kane. McDavid will throw it into the left corner. Caps play it along the right side. Taken at center ice by Cody Ceci. As him and Duncan Keith play a little back and forth. And over to Keith, back to Ceci. Ceci to Draisaitl, throws it along the boards. Taken by Puljujarvi. On the boards, along the right side. They'll fight for it in the left corner. Taken by Draisaitl. Drops it back. Long range shot. Blocked. Caps the other way. This is Sprung. Sprung. Driving. Drops it back. Sprung again. Shot. No go. As Koskinen able to keep it out. McLeod throws it in behind the net. Caps will play it. Moving up ice into the Oilers zone. As Koskinen will play it for the Oilers. This is Nugent Hopkins trying to pass it along to Ryan, but it got away. A stoppage play. All-time goal leaders, Alex Ovechkin sitting at 759 and fourth all-time. He's got 135 goals to go to catch the great Wayne Gretzky at 894. Face-off won by the Oilers. Caps with it now in their own zone. Caps trying to move it up. Throw it behind the net. This is Orlov trying to move it up ice. And Oilers take it away at center. Nugent Hopkins took it away. It's now thrown into the Cap zone. Orlov will play it behind the net, looking for help. As Eller tried to throw it across ice. Wilson has it now. Wilson behind the net, looking for help. Drops it back. Long range shot by Carlson, no go as Koskinen will keep it out. Of course, All-Star weekend this weekend. Next week on TNT, the Predators head to Dallas to take on the Stars at 8 o'clock. And then don't go to bed too early because you'll miss the Islanders and Canucks following on TNT. All-Star game, by the way, on ABC and ESPN+. I had a user ask why this game isn't on ESPN+, because TNT is covering it. That's why. Oilers taking it up. They throw it along the boards. Fight for it along the left side. Still fighting for it. Caps coming away with it. Snively passes. Taken up by Wilson. Snively with it along the right side. Snively lost control of it. Oilers throwing it across ice. Caps will throw it back into the Oilers zone. Koskinen will play it. Or something. I don't know what happened there. Puck get caught in his pads or something? Joe Snively played for Little Capitals. 26-year-old born in Herndon, Virginia, signed as a free agent for the Capitals in 2019. Not bad. Face off to the left of Koskinen. This will be McDavid and Dowd. McDavid wins it. Dowd will keep it in for the Capitals. Shot wide. The puck goes along the boards. Here come the Oilers. And try to get it over to McDavid. No go. A fight for it in the left corner. Kane and Dowd fighting for it. Fighting for it. Fighting for it. Fighting for it. And eventually the Caps coming away with it. Going to take it up ice. They will. Down with it. Now pumps the brakes. Now throws it along the boards to Hagelin. This is now Hathaway. Down throws it along the boards. Long range shot wide. Hagelin with it behind the net. Looking for help. Hagelin. Backhand shot, no go. Caps still with it now. Drops it back. Jensen with it. And couldn't keep it onside. He has to retreat. Now taken away by the Oilers. Kane passes along to McDavid. And it looks like he threw it right into the bench. As Kane was thrown into the Caps bench. Play continues. As Sherry throws it along the boards. This is Sprong. Sprong shot right into the stomach of Koskinen. And I think we need to see a replay of how Kane ended up in the Caps bench. Oh, Garnet Hathaway just checks him right in there. And then he's just like, "Now you stay in there." And Sprung trying to line up his shot. Koskinen able to stay with it. Face off won by the Capitals. Carlson's shot blocked. Fight for it in the right corner. They're still fighting for it. Throwing it along the boards. Carlson trying to keep it in. Now they fight for it in the left corner. Now it gets away. Along the right side. Tried for Sprung. Carlson will end up with it. Shot blocked. Look, it hit the skate of an Oiler. Oilers trying to move it up ice, and they will. McLeod in the left corner fighting with Carlson for it, but Sprung will come away with it for the Capitals. But it was taken away. McLeod lost control of it. Oilers still with it. And now going around the horn, a shot right into the stomach of Copley. As that was McLeod on the shot. Bodies flying over the boards here in D.C. Still 3-1 on your home for the NHL. Score update now. Red Wings after 1 leading the Kings 1-0. And we still have no score in Long Island between the Kraken and the Islanders. Back in D.C., Oilers still holding a 2-goal lead. And face-off won by the Oilers to the left of Copley. Long-range shot wide. Follow-up chance blocked. Fight for it behind the net. Still fighting for it. Caps trying to come away with it. They can't. And Oilers able to keep it in. Copley will play it along the boards. And Oilers still keep it in there. Nurse. Darnell Nurse loses it. Now here come the Capitals. Here comes Eller. One-on-one. Oilers getting back for help. Shot high. Now they fight for it behind the net. Oilers coming away with it. Drops it back. Oh, they're moving it up, rather. This is Nurse taking it in. Couldn't get a shot off. Now they fight for it along the left side. Hyman with it behind the net for the Oilers, but he lost control of it. Now they're going to fight for it behind the net. Nugent Hopkins came away with it for the Oilers. And a long-range shot hit a player in front. And the Capitals will throw it into the Oilers zone. Tyson Barrie will throw it up to Lagesson. Over to Connor Mack. Now they fight for it behind the net. Oilers looking to take... Yep, now it's the Capitals. Now behind the net. Caps with it now. Hagelin in the left corner. Lost control of it. And now I'm experiencing technical difficulties. Now back to the action. And Hathaway will keep it in the Oilers zone. Caps driving. Hagelin's shot, no go. Hathaway will retrieve it for the Caps. Drops it back. And long range shot wide. As it goes back into the Caps zone. Played by Jensen. Throwing along the boards. Now here come the Capitals the other way. Drop back. Throwing along the boards. And now lost control of it. Here come the Oilers. TNT, what are you doing? You can afford to lose the feed. And Caps with it now. Carlson. Drive it and lost control of it. Here, Caps with it now at center ice. They have to retreat. Backstrom throws it up there. Now taken by Sprong. Dropped it back to Carl. Make that Leeson. Now Backstrom with it. Long range shot blocked. Rebound chance. Bob Jensen score! Sherry cuts the deficit to 1. I think he got it on the rebound. Or if it was a... Let's see. Yep, it was a rebound. I'll find out who assisted later on. Oilers with it now. Caps within their own zone. Giving away. The Oilers with it. On the left side is Shore. Throws it into the left corner now. Or make that the right corner. Caps trying to take it out. Careless pass. And now and TNT get it together here. I can't call the action if you're spritzing out of control. Fight for it in the left corner. Caps trying to come away with it now. And thrown along the boards. That was Van Riemsdyk. Oilers with it now. They move it up ice. This is Nurse. Shot goes right into the glove of Copley. Sherry, right place, right time, trims the deficit to 1 here on your home for the NHL. Back in Washington, Caps trimming the deficit to 1 on the goal by Connor Sherry. 9:16 into the second period. Let's see if that propels the Caps from here. As they fight for it at center, Oilers taking it, looking to move it up ice, and they will. Throw it into the left corner. Orlov will play it for the Capitals, gives it away. Oilers just able to keep it in the Caps zone, but the Caps are going to come away with it. Jensen throws it up ice. Caps with 9 comeback wins this season. They're looking for number 10 tonight. Still need to get another goal to at least tie it up. Caps coming back the other way now. Throwing up ice in the corner to fight for it behind the net. Caps able to keep it in the Oilers zone. But now the Oilers take it away. They're coming the other way. Drop back. And Hyman passes, but Eller got in the way. Oilers able to keep it into the Caps zone as Jensen trying to move it up with McDavid pressuring. And now goes out of play. That was Draisaitl. Hyman trying to get back to... Oh, no, that was McDavid, not Draisaitl. I'm sorry. Face off to the left of Copley. Face off 1 of the Capitals. Move it up ice. And Dowd. Dowd trying to drive in. Dowd shot. High, no go. Carlson will keep it in there for the Caps. Now going behind the net. Lost control of it for a sec. He got it back. Throwing along the boards. And the Oilers able to get it out as Keith knocks it out of there. Now taken by McDavid. McDavid shot. No go. Copley keeps it out. And he gives it away. Now Oilers able to keep it in the Cap zone. Kane. Drop back shot. No go. Copley kept it out. And that was Yamamoto. Kept the shot. Here come the Caps the other way. Shot no go by Dowd. McDavid takes it up for the Oilers. Passing it along. Back to McDavid. Driving. Shot. No go. Just high and wide. Kane plays it for the Oilers. Able to keep it in the Cap zone. Nurse long range shot. No go. Wide. Fight for it along the left side. Caps now taking it up. Schultz passing it to Sprung. Tried to drop it over to Sherry, but he could not get control of it. He does now. Cross-ice pass taken away by Kane. Caps somehow able to keep it in and the deflection. Now they fight for it behind the net. Thrown along the boards. Jensen with it now for the Capitals. 6:50 to go in the second. Jensen just ran over a Oiler. Didn't see who it was. And now the puck ended up in the left corner. Played and now taken up by McLeod. Well, they'll fight for it in the right corner now. McLeod looked like he came away with it for the Oilers, excuse me. As Barry lost it for the Oilers. Taken out by William Lagesson. Lagesson passing it back. Another drop back. This is Draisaitl. Draisaitl now behind the net. Throws it along the boards. To Lagesson. Shot high and wide. They'll fight for it along the left side. Taken by the Oilers. By the Capitals. Wilson trying to play it for the Caps. He lost control of it. Fight for it along the right side, taken now by Nugent Hopkins. Cross ice pass. And Carlson got away of it. Now he throws it into the Oilers zone. And Caps with it now at center ice. Pass over to Carlson. Now he passes it up ice. Backstrom drop back to LR right to the stomach of Koskinen. .5:13 to go in the second. Oilers 3, Capitals 2 here on your home for the NHL.
Tastes like fried chicken, but it's made of plants.
Back in D.C., Caps trimmed the deficit to 1 just moments ago from the goal from Connor Sherry. This Caps overcoming an early 3-0 deficit. The Oilers peppering Ilya Samsonov with 3 goals within a little over 5 minutes, leading to his dismissal. Copley has held the fort down ever since. Capitals with it now behind the net, trying to set up for Schultz. And Koskinen will keep it out. Nugent Hopkins take the face-off against Sprong. Won by the Capitals. Long-range shot right into the chest of Koskinen. With 5 minutes even to go in the second period. Draisaitl set to take the face-off against Kuznetsov. To the right of Koskinen. Oilers get the draw. Koskinen 3-0-1 record in the last 4 games. And here comes Draisaitl. Couldn't pull the trigger. Crashing in front, and Copley able to keep it out. 4:46 to go in the second period. Takes off one by the Capitals. Carlson able to throw it up ice. Lost control of it in the Oilers zone. The Oilers moving it up. Here comes McLeod. McLeod pulling the brakes on. Now going around the horn. This is Keith. Setting it up. Back to Keith. Long range shot, and Copley able to cover it up. Copley stopped all 11 shots he has faced. Face off to the left of Copley. Or excuse me, to the right of Copley. A penalty upcoming. As Sherry lost control. They're going to get the Oilers for interference, and it looks like it's going to be on Duncan Keith. So Capitals with an opportunity to try to tie this one up on the power play. I think I saw was interference. That's Backstrom and Hyman on the face-off. Taken by the Capitals. Schultz with it now. Passes. And Kuznetsov passes along. Pass back to Kuznetsov. A pass back. And now the Oilers coming away with it. Nugent Hopkins driving. Tried to center it. Copley gets his stick on it. Oilers trying to take it. It's up in front. With a whiff on this shot. As Nurse throws it along the boards. Carlson with it now. Carlson fighting for it in front of the benches. Bouchard will play it in his own zone to Nurse. Nurse throws it up ice. Copley plays it behind the net for Schultz. Will throw it up ice to Backstrom. Backstrom passes. Sprong throws it along the boards. Koskinen will play it. Now taken up. Throwing up ice. 45 seconds going to power play. Caps taking it up. Now a giveaway. Here come the Oilers the other way. Driving. Shot wide. Lagesson keeps it in the Cap zone. And Riemsdyk will play for the Capitals. Drops it back to Orlov. 2:40 to go. Sprung. Drive shot. No go. Orlov plays it in his own zone. His time running out on the power play. And expired. So the Oilers penalty kill doing its job. And Draisaitl drops it back to Bouchard. And his shot went wide. It was McLeod on the shot. Bouchard throws it along the boards. McLeod tried to play it. Draisaitl shot and hit the skate of a Capital. And now the Caps the other way. Driving. Kuznetsov shot. No! Koskinen getting a piece of it. They played it. Here come the Oilers. Draisaitl. Cross-ice pass shot. No go. That was Bouchard on the shot and he missed it. Oh, excuse me. No, that was Yamamoto on the shot. Hagelin with it now in the Oilers zone. Throws it along the boards. And Hagelin, well, once again, throws it along the boards behind the net. The Oilers will play it. Fighting for it. Coming up on 70 seconds to play in the second. Still fighting for it. Caps with it now. Long range shot. Just wide. Foul. Chance for the rebound. No! How did it not my goodness! Caps with it now in their own zone. This is Van Riemsdyk. Center and pass shot, no go. As Koskinen able to keep it out. I'm sure we're going to see that sequence of how that didn't go in. As Snively had a golden opportunity. Another look at it. First shot went wide. Second chance was a skate save by Koskinen. And it looked like it hit the skate of Darnell Nurse, and that's how it did not go in. Face off to the left of Koskinen. This is Backstrom, and I can't see who it is for the Oilers. Like Nurse. Caps with it now. Long range shot. Koskinen able to keep it out. Oilers able to get it out of there. Copley will throw it up ice. Taken by Backstrom. Backstrom lost control of it. Here come the Oilers the other way. As Kane tried to take it, but he lost control of it. Caps coming in the other way. Koskinen throws it off to his left. Now taken up by Bouchard. The Oilers with one last rush attempt. 5 seconds to go. Driving now just throws it in there. And that will take us to the end of the second period. Capitals able to get one more. Your score after 40 minutes. Oilers 3, Capitals 2. This is your home for the NHL. Periods. What the hell's the matter with you? 40 minutes played in Washington. 3-2 at the intermission. Let's go down the stats for the third period. For the second period, I should say. Capitals outshoot. Now my fire's going off the fritz. Capitals outshooting Oilers 11-4. And total shots, Caps edging out the Oilers 17-16. Caps failing on their only power play so far. Oilers still 100%. They've won 51% of the faceoffs. Caps 11 block shots, Oilers 10. Caps 8 takeaways, Oilers 6. Oilers 5 giveaways, the Capitals 10 giveaways. Oilers out hitting the Capitals 20-14. Elsewhere in the NHL right now, 7:14 to go in the second period. It's Red Wings 1, Kings nothing. And just getting underway in the third period in Long Island. Still no score between the Kraken and Islanders. Both the Flames and Coyotes, as well as the Blackhawks and Wild in warm-ups, they'll be set to drop the puck in a little over half an hour. Alright. I'm going to once again go back to the 8-bit arcade, play another tune, pass the time. See how much time we got left in this intermission. I got 11 minutes, so I got time, definitely. Okay, this version is terrible. I like this one's better. Sorry you got tortured with that. This one sounds a little bit more cleaner. Screen. That's gold right there. Oh, they're having a good time, I'm sure. see. All right. Face off for the final period on the other side of the break here on your home for the NHL. Back in D.C. for the final 20 minutes. Edmonton jumped out to a 3-0 lead within the first 5 minutes. Capitals have been clawing back to make it a 1-goal game. And the Oilers with it now, trying to throw it up ice. They will. Orlov will play it in the cap zone. Trying to move it up. He gives it over to Schultz. Throws it up ice. Oilers coming back with it. Here comes Kane's shot. Turned away by Copley. Follow-up chance, no go. Now to fight for it along the left side. McDavid with it now for the Oilers. Drops it back to Bouchard. Passes. Long-range shot wide. McDavid with it. Passes. Pass along the boards. Nurse will play it for Kane. Kane trying to pass it along. And he's going to lose control of it. Throwing up ice. And here comes Nurse with it for the Oilers. They'll throw it into the right corner. And drop back. Draisaitl with it. Draisaitl dropping it back. Keith to Ceci. Ceci shot. No go. Draisaitl with it. Throws it into the left corner. Dowd. Play it for Jensen. Jensen trying to move it out. He's unable to. Dowd throws it along the boards. Now taken up by Sherry. At center ice. Down to Oilers with it now. Ceci will take it up. Throws it along the boards. Caps trying to move it up, and they will. As Backstrom throws it into the left corner. Yeah, Backstrom with it. Backstrom drops it back. Long range shot. And looked like Koskinen got a piece of it. Backstrom still with it now. Drops it back. Long range shot. Hit a player in front. Here comes Hyman taking it up for the Oilers, and he gets taken down. And play goes on. No penalty. And Riemsdyk with it. Throws it up ice. Cross ice pass. Shot by Wilson. Turned away by Koskinen. Kuznetsov able to keep it in, but it will be thrown out by Lagesson. And Caps with it now. Here comes Snively. Drops it back to Kuznetsov trying to get the Wilson. He couldn't hold on to it. Still fighting for it in the left corner. Kuznetsov tries to center it. Pass it. It went in! How did it do that? Kuznetsov tied it up! Oh my goodness! It was a centering pass that somehow ended up in the back of the net. And we're now tied at 3. Let's see what happened here. Kuznetsov. Oh, Snively was the one who deflected it in. So, Oilers with it now. Trying to move it up ice. Caps take it away. As Fahervery throws it into the corner. And Connor McDavid will play for Evan Bouchard. Bouchard taking it up ice. Passes to McDavid. He lost control of it. Jensen will take it for the Capitals. Throws it up ice. And the Oilers will throw it right back into the Caps zone. Along the boards, Hathaway tried to play it. Now it's taken up by the Caps. It's like Dowd. Dowd lost control of it. McDavid will pass it along to Kane. Passes to Ceci. I'll throw it along the boards. And now behind the net, the Hevery. And he just gives it away, but he's able to get it back, throw it along the boards. Tries out with it behind the net. He lost control of it. Van Riemsdyk with it for the Caps. And I don't know who he was passing it to, but he just... And a player is down. 59. That is Aleksej Protas. And he's in pain. Looks like some words being exchanged. Let's see what exactly happened. Oh, right in the middle. Oh, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but oh, no. No, you can't go for the man. That's just dirty. I don't know how he's not getting a penalty for that. Unless they're going to say it was unintentional. And the fans are wanting a penalty. Looks like they're trying to get things sorted out here. Gave the goal to Kuznetsov. And they said it was on assist. It was actually 248, not 250. And play goes on. No penalty. But I'm sure the Caps are fired up now. Oilers throw it up ice. Copley will play it behind the net for Van Riemsdyk. Now throws it up ice. And this is Protas, who was just taken out of the game just a little bit ago because of the shot to the groin. Now fight for it in the left corner. Taken away. This is Dowd. Dowd and Ceci fighting for it. Protas with it behind the net for the Capitals. Passes. Van Riemsdyk driving. And couldn't cut it towards the net. Caps able to keep it in. Throws it along the boards. Puck up for grabs, and now it's taken by the Oilers. This is Nugent Hopkins. Long-range shot. Copley keeps it out. Hyman plays it for Nugent Hopkins. And now fighting for it. Caps coming away with it now. And thrown into the left corner. Sherry and Bouchard fighting for it. And now up for grabs. Oilers coming away with it now. And it'll be thrown behind the net. They fight for it. McDavid trying to come up with it for the Oilers. Unable to. Backstrom will throw it out the center. Oilers take it away. Now fighting for it behind the net. Caps coming away with it now. Trying to move it up ice. They can't. Now they are. As Bouchard passes it along. This is McDavid. Couldn't cut it in. Caps try to get it along the right side. 13:40 to go. Long range shot, no go. McDavid, follow-up chance at Copley, able to glove it out of the air. $13:32 to go in the third. We're tied at 3 here on your home for the NHL. Score updates from around the league. In Long Island, the Kraken leading the Islanders 2-0, 5:19 to go in the game. After 2 in Detroit, the Kings lead the Red Wings 2-1. Back in Washington, the Caps have tied up at 3 after the goal by Evgeny Kuznetsov, erasing a 3-0 deficit that the Caps faced within the first 5 minutes of the game. Phoenix Copley, first appearance since 2019, and he has had 18 saves, came in relief for Samsonov, who got lit up for all 3 of those goals. He has since been a brick wall. Face-off won by the Capitals, thrown up ice. And, oh! Collision there! It's center. Phoenix Copley, last NHL win, March 19, 2019. Got stoppage of play. Like it was Hathaway and McDavid because they keep spot shadowing them. Let's take another look. Yep, it was Garnett Hathaway on Connor McDavid, and Vander Kane says, hey, you can't do that to our superstar. It was a clean hit. It was shoulder to chest. And Vander Kane, I think, was trying to look for the glove, and he's going to get penalized for it. Two minutes. 6:42. We'll get more about it later, but the Caps on the power play, chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. They're going to go around the horn here. But the Oilers get it out. Copley will play it for Schultz. And Wilson trying to drop it back. He gives it away. Hyman taking it up for the Oilers. Driving. Has to go behind the net. Looking for some help. Have to retreat back out the center. Oilers will throw it into the Capital zone. Schultz will play it behind the net. Taken up by the Caps. Thrown into the Oilers zone. Snetsov and Ceci fight for it in the right corner. They're going to fight for it. Backstrom pokes it free. Now thrown along the boards. Orlov. What's it? Along the boards. Orlov trying to get it for the Capitals. Looking. And it ends up back around Copley, and he'll play it for Orlov. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Yeah, I never got to see who got the penalty officially, so that's why I can't put it in there. And the net, Van Riemsdyk dropping it back. They're still going around the horn. Orlov long-range shot, stopped in front. Oilers able to get it out. 10 seconds to go on the power play, and that should kill it off. And penalties expired. Caps still driving. Try to set up in the middle. They can't do it. Draisaitl gets it out for the Oilers. As Yamamoto falls to the ice. Caps with it now in the left corner. Throwing it along the boards. Sprung trying to get it out for the Capitals. He can't. As Darnell Nurse keeping it in there for the Oilers. And able to keep it in, but the Caps take it away. Throwing along the boards. And McDavid dropping it back for Draisaitl to McDavid. Trying to get it back to Draisaitl. Intercepted by Dowd. Dowd trying to take it up ice. He passes it along to Verhaeghe. And shot right into the stomach of Koskinen. And it was... The penalty, by the way, was on Kyler Yamamoto for his cross-check on Hathaway. It was at 6:42. I was right about that. Yep. And Garnett Hathaway has been a thorn in the side of the Edmonton Oilers tonight. He's the one who sent Kane into the bench. And then just a moment ago, drilling Connor McDavid in open ice. Face off to the right of Koskinen. This is going to be Nugent Hopkins. And he took it for the Capitals. Bucket center ice. Taken out by Wilson. Up it back. It's Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov almost lost it there. And now throws it up ice. And it'll be an icing on the Capitals. Might be the same deal as last week. The late game for TNT going to start probably on True TV until the conclusion of this game. Face off to the right of Copley. Won by the Capitals with 10 minutes to go in the game. Tied at 3. Now in the Oilers zone. Oilers trying to get it out. They can't. Caps with it now. Snively drops it back to Wilson. Wilson's shot. And Koskinen will keep it. .9:43 left in the third. Tied at 3 on your home for the NHL. Score updates from around the NHL. Seattle defeated the New York Islanders 2-0 in Long Island. About to start the third period in Detroit. Kings lead the Red Wings 2-1. Back in Washington, Caps and Oilers tied at 3. Capitals looking for their 10th comeback win this season. Oilers looking to remain perfect when they've not only scored the first goal, but led after the first period. Looks like Phoenix Copley has to get one of his pads tightened up. Face off to the left of Koskinen. Won by the Oilers. Thrown into the Capital zone. Copley will play behind the net for Carlson. Carlson throws it along the boards. Sherry trying to get the Backstrom, but he gave it away. Oilers with it now in their own zone as Bouchard with it now. Oilers taking up. Draisaitl. Draisaitl with it. Trying to drive. He has to drop it back. Bouchard with it. Long range shot off the pad of Copley. Oilers with it now behind the net. Trying to get the Draisaitl. Drops it. Draisaitl with it. Passes, drop back, Bouchard. Bouchard, long-range shot. Copley able to keep it out. Rebound opportunity, no go. And looks like arm went up. And Draisaitl may have to be going to the box. Or not, he's just going to the bench, I'm sorry. They spot shadowed him after. Point leaders this season, Draisaitl 63, McDavid 60. Only Jonathan Huberdeau of the Florida Panthers with more points than them at 64. So, face-off won at neutral ice by the Capitals. And the puck goes out of play into the bench with 8:42 to go. And Draisaitl, 32 goals this season, second most in the NHL. So it'll be Dowd and McDavid to the right of Copley. And taken by the Capitals, Hagelin throws it up ice. Oilers with it now. Ceci with it, passes along. As that was Yamamoto who lost it. Oilers with it now in their own zone. They give it away. Caps along the boards. And now here come the Oilers the other way. This is Kane, but he lost control of it. Taken by the Capitals. This is Dowd. Drops it back to Hagelin. Shot wide. Oilers trying to get it back, and they couldn't. Van Riemsdyk will play it for the Caps. Throws it up ice. Into the left corner now. Nurse will play it. Now behind the net. Now here come the Oilers with it. Driving in. Taken down was, looked like Fogle. No penalty called. There will be, nope. Still going on. Bouchard behind the net. Passes along the Nurse. Nurse with it now. Passes along to Bouchard. Bouchard, another pass. As Ryan will throw it into the right corner, taken up by Schultz for the Capitals. They've scored the last 3 goals to erase a 3-0 deficit the Oilers were able to build just a little more than 5 minutes into the game, chasing Samsonov out. Caps have fought back to tie it up. They're fighting for it behind the net. And taken by Bouchard. Throws it up ice. Going behind the net, played. And the Capitals trying to move it up. They will. Snively passes across ice to Wilson. Long range shot, no go. Oilers coming back the other way. As shot wide and out of play by Nugent Hopkins. Backstrom's 732nd career assist ties Rod Brindamore, current coach of Carolina Hurricanes. Oilers with it in the Cap zone. That was McLeod throwing it along the boards. Caps try to get it out. And they can't. Oilers keep it in. Draisaitl throws it along the boards. Caps unable to get it out. Now they will. Sherry with it. Driving. Throws it on net. Stopped by Koskinen. Orlov with it, and he could not hold on to it. Backstrom with it in the right corner. Looking for help. He gives it away. The Oilers come back the other way. Throws it into the Cap zone. Orlov will play it. It's in behind the net. Now throwing it into the Oilers zone. Koskinen plays it. Caps able to keep it in. Van Riemsdyk passing it to Dow. Back to Van Riemsdyk. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in regulation. Still tied at 3. Caps going around the horn. Shot wide. Nurse trying to get it out for the Oilers. He can't. Shot thrown on. It was blocked. Here come the Oilers. The other way. There's McDavid trying to glide in there. Trying to set up in front. And Copley keeps it out. Oilers still with it now. And a giveaway. And fans want a penalty. And it doesn't look like they'll get one. Hagelin set up. Pass shot. No! But now an arm does go up. And it looks like they will get the Oilers. And it will be Tyson Barrie. Yep, he hooked Carl Hagelin. Fans were wanting a penalty. They got it. Caps on the power play when we return here on your home for the NHL. .423 left in the game. Still tied at 3. Caps on the power play. Following the hook and call on Tyson Barrie. Caps with a chance to take the lead for the first time on the power play. Looking. Trying to set up for Carlson. He couldn't connect. Now here come the Oilers the other way. And Hyman's shot turned away. Copley does it. Nugent Hopkins right on the doorstep, and the Oilers regain the lead. Oh my goodness! Hyman was driving in. He was turned away, but Ryan Nugent Hopkins was right on the doorstep to put it in, and the brick wall has finally been torn down. And the Oilers able to stop the bleeding after allowing 3 straight goals. And Koskinen will cover it up. Nugent Hopkins unassisted. That's his 4th career shorthanded goal. And right now it's giving the Oilers the lead back. Let's see if it really was unassisted. Meanwhile, the Capitals taking it up ice. They're still in the power play. Coming up on 3.5 to play here in the game. And Carlson's shot just wide. Caps trying to set it up in front. Can't do it. Drop back. This is Schultz. Passes. Looking. Try to pass it over to Schultz. Can't do it. This is Kuznetsov with it to Schultz. Schultz back to Kuznetsov. Tried to set up for a one-timer. He couldn't. Wilson back to Kuznetsov. Tried to pass across to Carlson. It was a no-go. Fight for it along the right side. 21 seconds left in the power play. Oilers able to get it out. Copley will play it behind the net. This would be Orlov. Passes. Sherry with it. Sherry trying to drive in. He lost control of the puck. And penalty set to expire for Bari. And pass along. This is Nurse. Nurse trying to drive. Set up in front. No go. Bouchard trying to play it. Bouchard throws it along the boards. And Draisaitl with it. Passes to McDavid. McDavid with it now, trying to drive in, and Copley keeps it out. Oilers still with it now. McDavid behind the net, looking for some help. Lost it. Van Riemsdyk throws it along the boards to McDavid. McDavid sets it up for Draisaitl. And the Oilers have to retreat because they went offside. 90 seconds to go in the game. Caps trying to get it out so they can get Copley off the ice, get the extra attacker on. Kuznetsov with it. And that's exactly what they're doing. Copley out. Here come the Oilers. Trying to get out. 2-on-1. Driving. And bullseye! And that might be the one that does it. It's Nugent Hopkins again. Assisted by Hyman. And this one, with just 65 seconds left, and the Capitals will burn their timeout. .65 seconds left. Goals can be scored pretty quick. So I imagine if the Caps win the face-off, Copley is once again going to leave. Oilers with it now. Nurse passing it along to Ceci. Throws it along the boards. Backstrom will play it behind the net. And once they move it up ice, Copley heads for the bench. And that's exactly what he's doing. Caps have got to score in a hurry if they want to have a chance at overtime. Fight for it in the right corner. Nurse throws it along the boards, but now Cap's able to try to keep it in. 30 seconds left. Try to center and pass. Shot, no go! Koskinen keeps it out. Rebound chance, no go! Koskinen standing tall. 20 seconds left. Throwing along the boards. This is Backstrom. Backstrom trying to set it up in front for Kuznetsov. He can't pull the trigger. Backstrom with it. 10 seconds left. Wilson with his shot. No go. 5 seconds remain. Captain, one last chance. The Oilers stop it. And the Oilers can tack it on. And the Oilers now the only team in the NHL not to lose when scoring first, as that stays perfect at 12-0. Your final tonight in D.C. Edmonton 5, Washington 3. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Kyle the Fanatic signing off.